Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin has announced a 35 billion ringgit short-term recovery plan with 40 initiatives to help reboot the economy and benefit up to 3 million workers in the country. The National Economic Regeneration Plan, or PENJANA, includes 10 billion ringgit in direct fiscal injection by Putrajaya, half of which will go into its wage subsidy program. 2 billion ringgit will be set aside to help upskill youths and the unemployed. 1.5 billion ringgit will go towards its staff hiring incentive program. The government will also grant a 100% sales tax exemption for locally assembled or completely knocked down cars and 50% for imported or completely built-up cars. Muhyiddin also announced the reintroduction of the home ownership campaign, which offers up to 1 million ringgit stamp duty exemption for name transfer letters for properties priced from 300,000 ringgit to 2.5 million ringgit, and 100% stamp duty exemption for the financing agreement. Malaysians will also be entitled to property tax exemption for disposal of up to 3 properties up till December 31st, 2021. Other initiatives include a 1 billion ringgit allocation for tourism-related SMEs, a tax holiday for companies intending to make capital investment of more than 300 million ringgit, and the establishment of a 1.2 billion ringgit national stimulation fund to help businesses with digitalization efforts. The outcome of Datuk Sri Najib Razak's SRC international trial will be known on July 28th, when the KL High Court delivers its verdict. The former Prime Minister is facing criminal breach of trust and money laundering charges involving the transfers of 42 million ringgit in SRC funds into his personal bank accounts. He is also charged with abusing his power by approving government guarantees for loans worth 4 billion ringgit from Retirement Fund Co-op to SRC. Justice Muhammad Nazlan Muhammad Ghazali said there are about 2,000 pages of written submissions from both sides and oral submissions for 5 days, and the court will have to peruse the evidence. The trial began in April last year. If found guilty, Najib could be slapped with massive fines and between 15 and 20 years jail time on each charge. After the investors' knee-jerk reaction to news of stockbrokers tightening margin financing 2 days ago, the glove makers are back on their climb to fresh peaks. Marching to record highs today were Top Glove Corp, up 6% to 16 ringgit and 38 cent, and Supermax, which rose by 7% to 8 ringgit and 88 cent. The buying spree continues across the rubber glove sector. Hartalega Holdings was up 3.6% to 12 ringgit and 20 cent, while Kosan Rubber Industries rose by some 2% to 8 ringgit and 98. Meanwhile, Careplus Group closed 6% higher at 1 ringgit 63. Other smaller cap companies also rose but couldn't hold on to early gains. Rubberex Corp climbed to 4 ringgit and 5 cent before tumbling 2% to 3 ringgit and 63. Comfort Gloves closed 1% lower at 3 ringgit 63 after hitting 3 ringgit 94 cent. Adventa, which does not own any glove-making business, also joined the rally, jumping 5% to 2 ringgit and 2 cent. Malaysia's service exports grew 4.6% in 2019 to an all-time high of 169.8 billion ringgit, driven by favourable performances in travel, air transport and professional services. According to the Department of Statistics, imports increased marginally at 0.5% to 180.7 billion ringgit, led by outbound activities and business services. The trade balance continued to register a deficit for the past 8 years, after last registering a surplus in 2011. Going forward, Chief Statistician Datuk Sri Dr. Muhammad Uzir Mahidin warns Malaysia may see lower exports of services in 2020 amid the uncertainty due to the COVID-19 pandemic. He says Malaysia's service exports have been too focused on travel and that the tourist and hospitality industries may be severely affected this year. He adds that there is a need to diversify and identify the niche industries that are pertinent in the current scenario. Malaysia reported 90 new COVID-19 cases today, bringing the national tally to 8,226. The new daily figure, which fell after Thursday's spike to 277, comprises 7 imported cases and 12 local transmissions. Meanwhile, 51 recoveries were reported, bringing the total to 6,610. There are 1,540 active cases, with 6 currently in intensive care, one of whom is in need of assisted breathing. 1 new death was reported, bringing the death toll to 116.